here in the island of Nisyros, Greece. On the island of Nisyros, Greece. It's June 18th, 2026, and I'm in the records room of the town hall. We're doing a genealogy project here. And so what I have here, these records are the Italian census from 1938. So the Greek island of Nisyros was a bit like a poker chip. It would go from country to country under different occupations, be it Turkish or Italian, and now it's of course
German. German.
And German, and now of course it's part of Greece. But in World War II, there was German occupation here by the Nazi regime. And so what Melanie, my wife, who is behind the camera, and very helpful, what her and I have been doing, what she and I have been doing today.
Yes.
I'm learning English. She's helping me with these documents because they're in Italian, and she has some language training in Italian. So what we've been doing with these documents is scanning them into the phone. And we're going to make them available to people that want to study genealogy. And they're incredibly valuable because they're recording a Greek population, but they're in Italian. And they have the census, basically, of the island. So you have the mother and the father and the children. And then if they've emigrated to, say, the United States or Australia or wherever, that's all in there. And so there's a few hundred scans here that we just did. And so I'm in the records room. I'm on the second floor. And these records go right up on the shelf here. Is where they're going to go back to right here. And there's an amazing treasure trove of genealogy because my mother was British. And on the British side, we go back several centuries. But in Greece, it's always been tough. I was always told that the town hall was burned and all the records burned and so forth. But there are some that and maybe that's true, I don't know, but there are some that have survived and survived well. And so I want to give special thanks to Christofis Koronos. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right. He's the mayor of Nisyros, who he and I have been working together over the last several years to try to get this to happen. And George Kukarakis, sorry George if I'm not pronouncing your name right, and he is working with the mayor and working with me to give us access to these records so that we can make them available worldwide. You know, in the age of technology and AI, these Italian documents can be translated to Greek and English fairly readily, and so that'll be the next step of the project. But we also have here births, deaths, and marriages from the island, and you can see there's just a tremendous volume of records. So those will be next stages of these genealogy digitizations, and so we're excited about that. But we thought we'd just start with something that was manageable. So Melanie and I were able to scan these in a couple of hours, and hopefully get them into a meaningful retrieval system here in the next few weeks, and with the help of AI, be able to translate them and to make them index so that people can just search for their family names. And you know, this really began in 1998 with me when I got the domains Nisyros.com and Nisyros.net, and those were, you know, for the purpose of really helping bring people together, because you know, one of the things that we share on this island is the fact that we're families, and you know, we might have different religious and political beliefs. There might be a lot of similarities and differences in those areas, but the thing we have in common is that we're family, and so it's really important to focus on that. And in an age where politics and religion are very polarized and very aggressive, sadly to say, it's great to just have something in common and to be family and be together as a family through these documents. And also, a lot of people are doing DNA tests, and you know, people have funny feelings about that, and I get that, but I went ahead and put my DNA out there on Ancestry.com, and a lot of people will put it out on 23andMe. And you can see all the people that your cousins, first cousins, second cousins, third cousins, twice removed, and all these different things that you probably don't know what those are. And I really don't have a good handle on it either. But so we're going to be putting these documents up on the internet and trying to analyze them. So if you want to help with that, please let me know. This isn't going to happen by itself. It's good hard work, and it's interesting work, and it's fun work, and we're grateful to be able to have access to them as long as we do. Records get destroyed. This building's not air conditioned. Well, there's an air conditioner there, but they can't leave it on all the time, and so things go into decay and to disrepair. If this roof were to leak, I would hope never it would, but these records would be destroyed. At least we've got some of these on my phone, and hopefully they'll make it back to my house and get on the computer, and I'll be able to get them backed up safely. But yeah, so that's any questions, any other observations, Melanie, that we should put out there right now?
Not that I can think of.
Okay, so we'll wrap it up there. Thank you for watching, and we're looking forward to doing some online, some more online videos about genealogy on the island of Nisyros. So feel free to contact me, and feel free to tell me how you're related to me. If you're my third cousin twice removed, then I would love to meet you and get to know you through that. And genealogies. A lot of us have grandmothers and grandfathers and great-grandmothers and great-grandfathers. And it's really nice just to sit with them and to talk about the relatives and talk about the family and to pull the family tree out and go through it with them. It's a really nice way to spend the time. And I recommend the genealogy studies for the purposes of building and deepening relationships in your families. And so it's really great for that. If you get with your grandmother, you don't know what to talk about, because she doesn't want to talk about artificial intelligence or something like that, or space travel. Talk to her about the past and talk about the genealogy and her grandparents and so forth, and document those stories. It's always a great thing to leave your family, is just the stories of your families. And so, but thanks for watching, and we'll wind it up there. Bye-bye.